Hey guys, how's it going? My name is always, and welcome back to Project Ozone 2. In the last episode, we set up some automation for our animated blocks that we have over here, and which I still haven't fixed the spawning area. I said last time that I want to move, these are actually not bricks, but no, those are bricks. Okay, the ones on the top are bricks. These are all the, cables and stuff, the conduits that we need. I want to move those to the other side because of where I have the grinder and all that fun stuff. And just kind of figure out how to get the mobs to where they need to go so that the grinder actually does its job. And just kind of getting the spawner set up a little bit better. But between episodes, I did go ahead and let it run for a little bit. And we've gotten quite a bit of Neutronium, because that's what I was farming, as well as the compressed cobblestone, the octuple compressed cobblestone, which is going to be our new, well, basically EMC farm. They are really, really, really good. Each block being 43 million EMC, so we can pretty easily get what we want. So, what does that mean for us today? Well, the first thing we're going to do is make the rest of these. So we need quite a few, but we have a ton of Neutronium, and all we have to do now is make all of the Neutronium large plates that we need. So we need what? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Half stacks, so that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 stacks worth of this stuff. So that's not too bad, other than the fact that, well, it's quite a few Neutronium for each stack. So we need 5.5 stacks. That should be doable. We just need to click, 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 and we'll get there. So what's the plan for today? Well, we're gonna sort of start some stuff. We're going to focus on, more than anything, getting all of our Neutronium compressors set up, but not fully automatic yet. We'll get to that later, but we're also going to try to work through pretty much the remainder of the quests that we have. So, Neutronium, 3 more stacks should be more than enough. And we're going to try to just get as many quests done as we can, so that we can focus on making some really cool stuff later. I really don't have things set up in the last millennium, which is where we're going to do a lot of the auto crafting. I don't really have too much set up there for what we actually need to get done, but we'll live. We'll do some other stuff today. I'd like to get through all of the equivalent exchange quests that we can, and then we can go from there. So we have 1 more stack left to get, and so that is not too much more. I was right-ish with the 3 blocks of Neutronium, but yeah, so we want to get a lot of things, and there's some stuff that we need to do that I'm refusing to do until later. Specifically things like the Chaos Guardians from Awakened Draconium. I don't want to fight them yet. We do need to fight them at some point, but not yet. But let's go ahead and get this taken care of. So, impulse item ducts. Let's grab our magnet. And we're going to want 39 of these along the top 5. Right? Is it 5 or is it 7? Well, if it's 39, we will know for sure. 33, rather. There we go. And then these guys go corners and every others. So that's not too bad. So there's 2 here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So if this is 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, we'll just do something like this until we get the amount we need, and then move them to where they need to go. But what the kind of idea, oops. Let's get 23 there. I messed up, oops. So kind of what the idea is with all this is just kind of, we're going to make all of the Neutronium compressors that we're going to ever need, as in like ever, and then we can start setting them up in the last millennium to do what we need them to do, which is make a bunch of things. So that one goes there, that one goes there, there, and there. Alright, so now we need these guys in this, and we can go ahead and grab these. So these two blocks go here, this goes dead center, and these go next to the redstone things. They're not redstone, but yeah, you get the idea. And then we need 2 rows of these. Let's just do it like this. And then we'll fill in the rest with one single motion. So something like this. And that didn't work too well, but whatever. There we go, 33 of all those. And then finally we just need the compressed dark iron. I actually wasn't sure what it was. And so we just do half a stack of all of these. Like so. And then just fill in the rest. And there's all the Neutronium compressors that we will ever need. There's only 34 recipes that we need at the end of the day. Apologies, my mouse cord is acting up. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab these guys. And we want to grab a few more energy condensers. Now, I don't know if I have any already. We have one Mark II, so that's fine. Let's go ahead and grab an octuple compressed cobblestone. Half a stack should be more than enough. Let's put one in. We got 3. So, there's a bunch. We're going to want a lot of these, but we're going to want 34 for right now. And we can put that in. Now we're going to want some item translocators. So 34 times 2, that's a little over a stack. Let's get like 2 stacks or a ton of them. And then we're going to want some glowstone as well, which that is easy enough. So the last thing that I'm going to want to make, so let's see, we're going to need 34 times, yeah, just that. Perfect. And then we just need 34 of those to make them go fast. So the last thing that we're going to need is our building material, which is going to be the final quartz, blaze quartz. Now, blaze quartz is kind of nice because it is EMCable. So let's EMC it. And that is what we're going to build out of. Just grab a bunch of this. Cool. So the last thing I want is we're going to want a builder's one. And we don't need the like super duper huge ones, but we'll go ahead and use it. Why not? And I'll keep the stack of stuff in there. So let's go to the last millennium. And what we're going to do here is we're going to set some stuff up. Now, we're going to need to hit F7, make sure we know where the darkness is, And one of the big things that we're going to want to do is set up just a big platform, I think this way. We're going to go 5 blocks, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. We will get these. And do we really want to skip? Yeah, we'll skip one. I guess let's go grab a little bit of black quartz, the burnt quartz that we so often use. But basically, we're going to set up all of our auto crafting for all of the really complicated things. So all of the infinity stuff, all of the dire crafting tables, we're going to set that up in the last millennium because, well, at the end of the day, it's going to be easier. And that is going to be kind of that. And the challenge with this is, of course, figuring out how to get things to transfer correctly to the last millennium from the overworld. So we'll do 3, and then that, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What are we going to do? So this is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1 for now. And we'll go out a decent ways. Let's go ahead and light this up a bit. And I will say the quartz looks okay. It's just orange. Not my favorite color, I'll be honest, but it looks fine enough as it is. So honestly, we don't need to go that much farther this way. So let's see. We have this will go like so. And then we'll have the 3. And then this, right? So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that enough space, I think? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now let's go one more. And then do this. And it's going to hit into that. So maybe not. I don't know. How do I want to do this? So where's center? Center is right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, you know what? Let's get rid of this row. And this will be the edge. And then we'll do 1, 2, 3. And that should be fine. So, do it like this. 1, 2, 3. And then line it back up with this guy. So, just trying to get things nice and whatnot. Of course, I will eventually, I've said this the past couple of episodes, but I will eventually get all of the quartz replaced with, all the torches rather, replaced with the glowstone and whatnot. But that is something for another time. So we need to go, where is center? Center is right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that should be fine. So let's light this up. And we can get started with what I want to do. So let's just get rid of all the rest of the quartz. And let's, I guess, do 1 of those. All right, good enough. There's no darkness, so I don't care. Anyways, what we're gonna have, let's just get this taken out a little bit farther. what we're going to have is we're going to have these Neutronium compressors set in, well, two groups. One on each side, and then we can go as far that way as we need to. We can also split it off to the sides if we need to, depending on how we want to do this. So I guess let's start here, and every other we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You get the idea. We're gonna set all of these guys up. I'm not gonna do this all on camera. We're going to want the what are they called? These guys, the energy condensers, like so. And these guys will be will have like wires and stuff into them and whatnot. Probably around the top or something. I don't know yet. I haven't decided that yet. But then we'll do the item translocators. So that is the general idea. We then just need to add a piece of glowstone. And I just want to hit the button. Cool. And that should be everything we need to do. So we just do that for all of them. And then what we can end up doing, this isn't going to stay normal quartz. We're going to have conduits probably. Maybe. I don't know yet. I don't know if I want to run conduits out the bottom, but I think this looks nice. We can have like pillars, and then it will be mirrored on the other side. So something like this. You know what? I think we'll just do conduits out the back and whatnot. We'll make things work otherwise. So we'll just have item conduits, which I don't have on me, strangely enough, just right here, and then they'll go underneath the platform to where I need them. So that's kind of cool. And then what we can end up doing is setting up the auto crafting stuff for all of these to be like for all the singularities turn into the eternal singularities. We can set that up pretty easily. And then we'll have a bunch of these energy condensers for all of the EMC-able foods that we need. We might use the basic ones just because that will probably be easier, but we'll see. Anyways, that is the idea with the last millennium and setting up the auto crafting. So I will work on that between episodes. So let's go grab a chest for one. And then something else we can do that's going to be kind of neat is we can grab... Do we want to do item frames? Yeah, let's do item frames. Let's just grab a bunch of item frames. Let's just grab a stack. It's more than enough. And then we'll grab some more item conduits because why not? And if we head back to the last millennium, we can set this up. And actually, one second. We're going to have, let's grab nether stars. Nether stars will be the first thing. So why are we doing it this way? So the compressors can only do one thing at a time. If we put nether star in here, it can do nothing else. So why we're going to have one of these compressors set up for every single item that we're going to need is just so that we don't have to babysit it. Things can backfill as needed, and it doesn't matter. And then what we can do is just something like this to see what it is working with. And I will probably use the item that is going into it. And then the other thing is we can always have that there. So, for example, I know for a fact we're going to need an infinity star. We need one of those today for, what was it I was going to make? The solar panel. So, yeah, one, we can put those in there. But two, we can just put a whole bunch of octuple compressed cobblestone in there. That works out nicely, and that is not that much. So things like nether stars are going to be awful. We might need one of those today. I don't know. I don't know if we'll actually get to it. But I didn't actually do the thing with the chest that I wanted to do. Whoops. But yeah, so that's the idea. We can just get that set up. I will work on that between episodes, getting things put where they need to go and whatnot. Energy condensers, item frames, conduits, sure, why not? Okay, cool. Is there something I can switch around? Probably. We'll just put that in there. Whatever. Alright, so for the rest of today, I'm going to turn on this so we can just start farming plenty of the cobblestone guys. The other thing is we can get rid of this. We'll probably want to take the speed upgrades over there too, but that's not too important right now. So what we're going to want to work on today, we'll worry about the other stuff, the like dire auto crafting table and stuff like that later. What I want to work on is whatever quests we can do. So the last quest in this is the solar panel, which requires the infinity star. That's going to require a lot of EMC. So I guess let's just grab 4 stacks. Let's get this conduit speed upgrade things. We just need 15 of them. That is all. So let's go ahead and put that stuff in here. So the idea that we're going to probably go with, we could, and I've seen it done. I've watched 2 series of people playing through this mod pack. Full disclosure, I've watched Ethos Labs and then also Hypnotized, both who were very different in the way they approached this mod pack. So the reason I'm doing all of this stuff in the last millennium is mostly because I don't really have space for it on our platform in the overworld, and well, we have plenty of room here. We have space for another platform if we need it for whatever. But the thing is we need to get items in and out of here. Now, Hypnotized used applied energistics, and that is completely viable. We could just make an applied energistic system that is a what is it called? The quantum links. The quantum links and the quantum rings, which would allow us to basically have our applied energistic system in this dimension as well. Well, I could do that. I don't really want to. What I'll probably end up doing is just using Ender chests. Ender chests with plenty of speed upgrades. We'll see if that works to the way I want. We can also autocraft off the Ender chest a little bit, so I can basically tell the system to make infinity ingots if I so choose. But at the end of the day, like, it's not that big of a deal to just send items over. We're really only going to be sending over things like, we can have an input and an output chest, so we're really only going to send over things like octuple compressed cobblestone, and we're only going to really want to bring back the materials that are like the infinity catalysts. So for example, we're just going to want the infinity catalysts. These are going to be relatively simple, but this is something we can craft in the overworld. We're going to be bringing back like eternal singularities and like the cosmic meatballs and the ultimate stews and that kind of stuff. So it shouldn't be too bad. We might do auto crafting for Britannia here, but we'll probably do that in the overworld actually. Anyways, let's put that in there. Can we get enough EMC to get a what? That should not have happened. Let's grab another nether star. That I did not expect. Did I overflow? So I might have overflowed the EMC. Okay, so that means we can't use octuple compressed. That's okay. We can live with that. At least we can't put that many in there. So let's get the glowstone so it goes fast. And let's go grab some... I want to kind of mess around with this because we didn't add that much. So let's see, octuple compressed cobblestone. A stack is overflowing, but a half a stack is not. So what we'll probably want to do, we could turn this into septuple, and it's still the same amount, but it's not as awful. So I'll have to make sure that things don't go bad with that. So like, we can just put all this stuff in, and something we could probably do, I wonder, can we put let's see. I want to see if we can put stuff that is not EMCable in there, so we could limit things. So what is something that's not EMCable that I have plenty of that it doesn't really matter? Bows are blue slime dirt. Why not? So let's grab, I guess, the last stack of octuple compressed cobblestone that we have, and see. First of all, I cannot place it in there. That is not good. We can do some other things to kind of get around that, basically. But I think what happened was I added the full stack and it just did not like that. There we go. We have an infinity star. Awesome. So we can do that quest. Okay, so that is something that we're going to really have to take into consideration. What we could probably do, I wonder if... so... transfer nodes? These guys have the restrictive pipe. What is it called? It is called the hyper rationing pipes. That might work. Let's see if it does. And what we'll do is let's grab another nether star. Let's grab 2 stacks of these. And this is just kind of a test. I want to see if this works. It might be the way we want to do things, and if it is, that's kind of a bummer, but it's alright as well. So we just put this here. That is not the way I want it. So I guess let's grab some blocks. And really cool trick you can do, if you put the transfer node like that, it automatically attaches, but if you put a rationing pipe in the first slot, it changes it. So let's take that out for a second. And if I put a stack of these, they go in. If I put another stack, they do nothing. Okay, so that does work. So that might be how we handle it. I don't know yet. We'll think of something. Rationing pipes cause it to keep 1 stack in. Hyper rationing pipes makes it so it only keeps 1 item in. So that's a possibility. It would allow us to use the octuple compressed cobblestone without having to craft it down, and still hopefully not overflowing the chest. But I'm not sure. So we have this infinity star. So let's make the solar panel 9s, or 11s rather. I can read. So solar panels 11. There is a 12 as well, but this is not required for the craft. So we're gonna need 4 solar panels 10s. All right, we can do that pretty easily. We just EMC these. So there's 1. We'll put this back in there. And we'll grab some octuple compressed cobblestone. And we put just 1 in there. So yeah, we could do quite a few of these. Can we do a full stack? That's a question. Probably. So for whatever reason, it just failed on me, but whatever. So we have all these solar panel 10s. And then the last thing we need We need a machine base and some solar panels from mechanism. So let's see. Solar panels from mechanism. We need 3 of these. 1, 2. Oh, really? Glass panes. And then there's that. And then do we have the machine base? Yep. Cool. So we should be able to make the solar panel 11. And that's a quest. Cool. Let's take the middle reward bag. And that section is now completed. So legendary reward bag, that's nice. Don't need the machine base. Don't need any of those. But now we can EMC the 11s and get a bunch of those. So just put that in there. And these guys generate 200, half a million RF per tick, whereas the other ones only did 130,000. So we could replace these and get a lot of power. We're not really hurting on power right now, so I'm not going to worry about it. But that is one quest done. Let's go ahead and open the legendary reward bag. And junk. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to look at is Project E. So we're going to need to make the transmutation table at some point. Also, we can get rid of that. We don't need that anymore. We also don't need the wand of animation. Oops. Oh, hey, didn't actually go anywhere. Cool. So those are done completely. So the next thing we can make, we're going to need to make the transmutation table. This is not awful, but it is going to require 6 infinity stars. So we'll get to that later. We've started working, at least we have a chest open for it. Started working on that a little bit. So the next thing to do in this chapter, there is Swiftwolf's Rending Gale, which is a cool little ring. This requires a lot of vibrantium and some demon steel, but otherwise is not like that awful. It does require a awakened core. Can we craft one of those? We are not missing. You know, we should probably teach the system that we can do that now. We have very little auto crafting, to be honest, because, well, we don't really need it. We also have, well, okay, we have a good bit, but it's a lot of stuff that we don't use anymore. So we can make an awakened core. That's easy enough. You know, I would like to get some more dire crafting tables. That would be nice to do. How bad would that be? Dire crafting tables, because we're going to want a few of them to be automatically, like the auto tables, and that's going to require some dire crafting tables. So that's not that bad. How many awakened cores can I make? Can I make like 12? Yeah. So we'll get 12 of those, so we'll need 24 crystal matrix. That's easy enough. We will need 3 double compressed crafting tables. Alright, and some controllers. Cool. So once we have the awakened cores, which we have most of them, which we now have all of them, we can go ahead and make this stuff. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Make me 3 of those. Once, oh my gosh, these guys never want to die. Please go over to the other side, and then they fly up to the top because they crawl. We'll keep those off. Just the middle ones. And cool. I don't think we're going to use that. We'll not worry about it. I need to just fix it. But something that I just need to get around to doing, and I haven't yet. So, just because it's kind of a pain. Anyways, let's get back to what we were working on. So, dire crafting tables. These are going to take a little bit of time to get, but not that much. So what we'll end up doing, and we're going to just replace this guy again. Oh my gosh, I don't like that. The glass sound is bad. So we would just want a normal crafting station. Let's get a crafting table. And we'll just put this back like so. Reason being is we're going to now start using these a little bit more liberally. And eventually we will set up probably 3. You know what? Let's do that. Let's set up 3 right here. And then... Or do I want to... How do I want to do this? I guess we'll set up 3... That was painted glowstone. I guess we'll set up 3 right here. Whoops. Where is... There it is. Nope, that's the quartz. And what we can actually start doing is, once we have the dire crafting tables, we can start just storing recipes in them. So for example, we don't need this chest anymore, because we can start storing it in here. The bedrock goes in the middle. This was for the transmutation table. These go around like so. And these are here. Alright, perfect. We'll get rid of those. And if we have another dire crafting table, not yet, we'll fill in the other one. And then the last one will be what we upgrade eventually. And by eventually, I mean relatively soon. So what we're going to want to make is Swiftwolf's Rending Gale. Can we actually do that? Potentially. It's going to be somewhat awful, but it's not going to be too terrible. So let's see. We take this guy and put him right here. Cool. So first things first, I'm also going to get rid of all this stuff. I think sooner rather than later. First things first, we need a bunch of Vibrantium and 2 Nether Stars. So we have a few blocks of Vibrantium, and Nether Stars we have 3,200. The Nether Stars go here. We also need that Awakened Core. And that goes straight in the middle on the bottom. So Vibrantium goes everywhere but the middle 3 by 3. And then not in the corners. Like so, I do believe. Wow, we actually need more Vibrantium. Okay, easy enough. We come over here and flip the switch. We'll have some more Vibrantium before we know it. So, we need 8 unstable ingot blocks. And that should be pretty easy. Do I have this auto-crafted? No, but I could. Let's go ahead and make that auto-craftable. So, let's see, diamond, iron, and the pseudo-inversion sigil. And then we take this, and we'll make that. Cool, so that should work just fine. So let's get unstable ingot blocks times 4 more. Cool. And then that would be all of those. Then we just need demon steel of the 11th magnitude, which is awful, but we can do that. So 1 more. And can we turn these back into... No, we cannot. Okay, good to know. Not that it really matters. So these go here. We need demon steel of the 11th magnitude. And that goes like so. See, I think this will give us... Hold on. That's 1.07. So yeah, we're probably nowhere close. Do we have more? We do. So demon steel. It is eating it all. So let's, I guess, drain it out with whatever is the most expensive in here. Yeah, let's get, like, emeralds. Emeralds are nice and expensive. Then we can put them back in and turn it into the octuple compressed cobblestone. And I guess let's grab some diamonds or something. I don't know. These are like really messing up. So there we go. That is more reasonable. So rather than using the demon steel of the 11th magnitude, let's get some 10th magnitude. And that's 43,000. So like every 10, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. We'll put the 10 back, and then 9. There's 3. Okay, 3/11th. And we can work on all the other stuff. So one thing that we're going to need is a iron band. So we just need a lava bucket. Let's just get a bucket. And we have some lava right here. Perfect. Iron band. You get the bucket back, and it doesn't really matter. So that goes right there. Oh boy. Should probably have enough vibranium by now. Yeah, 34 blocks I think would be enough. I don't know how much more we actually need, but yeah, more than enough. Cool. Now we just have to deal with the middle spot. So we need 3 more of these, so that's going to be about 30 more octuple compressed. We have 20-ish. Okay, we have 20. So let's get the rest of the stuff. So we're going to need some dimensional shards. That's easy enough. 2 of those. They go there. We're going to need interdiction torches, which are pretty straightforward. So we're going to need 2 sets of those, which means we need more redstone torches. I don't know why I never had that auto-crafted, but I don't, so whatever. Interdiction torch. These, I think, prevent mob spawning. I'm not entirely sure, though. And then we need 2 dark matters and a red matter. So, matter. Single red matter, 2 dark matters. Easy enough. So the last thing we need, let's see, do we have the octuple? We might actually. 2, not quite. So as soon as we get some more, we'll get that. But Swiftwolf Rending Gale shoots lightning at nearby mobs on pedestal. Also, I believe it lets you like fly and stuff. I don't remember exactly what it does. It does a lot of really cool things, but it's been a while since I've played with the things in an equivalent exchange. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure, but we'll probably honestly not do much with it, to be perfectly blunt. Anyways, the last thing we'll need from it is the Rending Gale, which requires 2 Mind Stones. So let's get 2 of these. That's not that bad. I mean, they are expensive. They do require red matter. And then we just need bat wings. Okay. So, bat wings. Oh, of course, it's got to be bat wings. Is there an easy place we can go get bats? Do I know of a place that's just full of bats? Okay, that is enough of that. So 3 of those gives us the demon steel. Perfect. So we'll put those away. Let's see. We should have. Do we have a bat? We do. Alright, this is gonna be easy now. So we have bats in this. Turn it off. And it will summon in some bats, which is fine. Can we get this? Dig speed 0. So I want to see if that means what I think it means. Let's go over here. Haha, that's what I want. I don't actually want to use this as a pick. I don't like using the draconic. Oh, whoops. I don't like using the draconic staff of power as a pick. I want to use it as a death item to kill everything, you know? So, bats. I mean, presumably this is how I get bat wings. I don't know if there was another bat that flew out. But we'll let a whole bunch of bats spawn. Now, that is the last thing we need. That will give us the Rending Gale from Reliquary. And then that will be usable for what we need. And we only need 1 bat wing. So that is nice. It's just a matter of getting it. But everything else here is good to go. We can get Swiftwolf's Rending Gale. That is a very difficult thing to say. Alright. Give me some mob drops. There we go. We got it. Take that out. I guess kill the rest of the bats. Oh my gosh. And head on out of here. Hey, we even got 2. I'm going to duplicate. I'm going to just duplicate the 1 because that makes more sense in my opinion. But yeah, there we go. Let's get 2 bat wings. Let's just keep a stack of bat wings and reserves. So there is Rending Gale. And now we have Swiftwolf's Rending Gale. And that is the quest. So that is the last quest there. We're going to get 2 rewards. We're going to get a reward bag and the normal thing. And this thing, I don't remember how it works. You can charge it up. Oh, right. We need things to do the thing. What are they called? I think it's Omega. What are they called? I know one is like Zue. Klein stars. There we go. That's what they're called. Do we have a Klein star? I thought we did. I mean, we made them all. I don't think we used them? Question mark? We have a Klein star. Yeah, so we have to store EMC to use these. I'm not going to worry about that. We're just going to put that away. So we got a legendary reward bag. Got some salt. Great. But yeah, the Swiftwolf Rending Gale is a very, very powerful item. It's just not something that I really care about. You need to have EMC in the Klein Star to be able to use it. It's sort of like the mana power for all of the mana items. So it's something that we could use, but it would be kind of a pain. But unfortunately, I think that is going to be the end of today's episode. I am going to work on a couple of things. So I'm going to work on the stuff in the last millennium. I am going to try to finish the mob spawner, make that a little bit better. Still kind of want to see if the impulse plates are worthwhile. You know what? Let's real quick, real quick, because I don't think this is going to be that hard to make, and then we can immediately start duplicating it. Let's get like 3 of these. And how much glowstone do they require? A bucket, which is what, 2 glowstone, 10 glowstone each. So let's get like 6. And see, whoops, I kept the wrong part of that glowstone. Take a stack, leave 4. Let's see, which is going to be the easiest way. I guess this will be easy enough. And I just want to see what these are like. Now, we can do some cool things with them. This is really slow. Let's go use... Do I not have any ones that are faster? I never made the faster ones. I thought these were like... I know these are really fast, but... Okay, well, whatever. Let's just let it process. It won't take that long. And then we can see how good these work. And instead of doing it that way, let's go ahead and get... glowstone. These do 9 each, so let's get 10 of these. Oh my gosh, misclicking. And then we'll get the plates, so 9 plates, so we'll need 3 more? Question mark? Yeah, so we'll let that run. And what I want to see is if this works the way I think it does. We should have a multimeter somewhere. I know that I made one a long time ago because of the teleportation thing we have down here for the pressure chamber. This is the translocation plate. So these are similar to those, but not quite the same. So I just want to see just kind of how they work. And we'll get our first one here in a second. It shouldn't be too bad. Unfortunately, these are not EMCable. We'll have to actually make them if we want to use them. But they shouldn't be, I mean, if we get some glowstone, it shouldn't be that bad. So if we put that down, it forces you. Haha, that's exactly what I wanted to see. So what that tells me is, use the wrench. This will work for what I want to do. So what we can do is, let's go ahead and, for the time being, turn this off. So all these guys get stuck over here because if we grab our sledgehammer, you can see it. So the spawning area for all of the different spawners is this entire room, but you can vaguely make out this tiny little square in the center. That is all that's available for the grinder. So not quite what you want to see. Anyways, what we can do is we can put Okay, you can just die. What we can do is just put, yeah, so you can see it like this. We need everything to be in this area, so what we can do is just put impulse plates like so. And I think the multimeter lets you switch how they are. The angle, the speed, all that kind of stuff. So we want to go down. Perfect. And like we can boost it so you go really fast. Don't care about that. 1 is fine. You could make it jump. The plus and minus is actually the direction you go. You can go upwards or downwards. So if we go like 40 at like 3, whoa, that's cool. They're really, really neat, but we're going to use them for a pretty simple thing, which is, well, we just want to push mobs this way and keep them in this area. So if I move this column right here, I'll have some impulse things around, and the mobs shouldn't try to climb too often, so long as like I'm not around. So it should be fine. We can go ahead and do this, and I kind of want to see if any of them spawn there and just get pushed. That way we can get rid of the fans. We don't need those, and it should work a little bit better. It should be a little bit faster about killing things, but yeah, that's kind of the idea. So I think I am going to go ahead and make a bunch of those impulse plates. Get the number we need for that like area. We'll get the mob spawner fixed, and then we will work on, I will work on rather, getting the last millennium stuff taken care of, and then go from there. So that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Progress, we're getting there. We're getting progress. That's important. Next time we will probably work a little bit more on the auto crafting and then do more quests. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye!